What is going on, all you beautiful people of the internet? Hope you're doing good. Thanks for jumping into either the live stream. Maybe you're watching, maybe you're on Clubhouse. Got a couple things going on here, different places, going streaming, going live, whatever that is. It's been a long time since I've been live on any platform. So it's Friday, August 30th, and I just passed another little milestone in my business. And I think I just uploaded my 3,220th brand deal video, or well, I'll say video on Amazon, or piece of content on Amazon. And roughly probably about 3,100 of those are paid collaborations. And so one of the questions I get asked all the time is like, dude, how in the world do you do that? How do you make all these videos, and how do you make them so quick? And so today, that's what I'm going to show you. And if you're watching on or listening on Clubhouse, feel free to go check out my YouTube channel, just Deal Billy, so you can go check that out. If you want to watch the video, because I'm live on YouTube right now, or you can go back and watch the replay if you want to see my setup. So this journey started in July of 2022. So roughly 25 months ago, I decided I wanted to start working with brands and creating content for Amazon sellers by leveraging the Amazon Influencer Program. And that's kind of how I got into the whole deal. And so when I first got into it, though, I had been podcasting. So I had some camera gear. I had a video podcast with a friend of mine. And I was able to, quickly rearrange some of this gear and use it for this business model. To do a frequency business model. So I'm doing a lot of product deals. It's a low ticket, high frequency model. And I will show you all the fun things. Let me do this real quick. And just for the people over here on Clubhouse, let me just share my YouTube channel real quick for them. That way they can watch this live if they want to. So let me do that real quick. If I can learn how to copy and paste. Let's see if this will let me do it. Here we go. Perfect. All right, now let me just paste this link in here real quick. That way, if anybody's on Clubhouse and they want to watch the video, they can, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So let's jump into it. So I use a multi-camera setup. And I'm able to do this because I use a software called Ecamm. Yo, what is up? Holy smokes, you are live, says Shopping with Cheryl. What's up, Cheryl? Good to see you. Thanks for jumping in over here on the YouTube land. And so I'll show you this setup I have. So I have a multi-camera setup. And I think I got a camera set up here so I could show you. Also have a picture of this if need be, because this... I think I left it on autofocus, my bad. But anyway, so right here is my main camera. So this is a Sony ZV-E10 with an 11mm or a 15mm lens. And then up here, I have a Sony ZV-E10 with an 11mm lens. And this is what will enable me to go back and forth to these different shots. Obviously, if I had a third shot like this, I could add that one in there too. And I can easily and quickly use my Stream Deck right here, and that is programmed with Ecamm, and then I can go through Ecamm here. So let me see. I don't know if you can see Ecamm on this screen or not, but this is, and I'm using this as probably like a 2% of what Ecamm is actually capable of doing, but I can set up multiple scenes with inside of here, and I would share my screen, but I'm sure I would screw that up. But I can set up, basically think of like a TV show with multiple scenes, or like a live show. I can set it up just like what I'm doing here, switching cameras. I can set it all up right here inside of my computer. And so I'm going to end this room on Clubhouse. Nobody's over here. We seem like we had some people over here on... there we go. So because I might use my phone here in a second and show you something else. But anyway, so this is my little setup here. So I get the cameras, 2 camera setup. And then what I do is I use either my phone or this third camera here, and I got a fourth one, and I shoot B-roll footage. So like this morning, so let me show you. First of all, this is my desk setup from a different angle. I'll show you that since I have that picture. So you can see those 2 cameras, And then there's Ecamm. You can see me in the screen taking a picture of the setup. And then what I do is I have B-roll footage here. So this is another scene that is set up. And I'm able to pre-shoot all this stuff. So like this morning I built this office chair. I don't really do a ton of builds or installs like this, but I built this office chair and then I shot this B-roll footage, and then I can come in here, and I speak over top of this chair video while I'm doing it. So if I have a lot of stuff that I call, desktop stuff, where maybe I could just, if I was shooting a video of this AirPods case, I can just shoot this right underneath here. Obviously, this would all be cleared out. I'd punch in a little bit, make sure everything's nice and tidy and clean, and then I could just switch to this shot and talk over this while I'm doing it. So that's kind of the basic rundown of how I've set up this studio, and you'll see like I got the lights and all that stuff. So I've kind of maneuvered some of this to look good for the product. I mean, in my business, the product is the star of the show. And that's what I want to look the best as I possibly can. Obviously, this is a ginormous mess, but you don't see any of this. That's just for my own use. What's up, Gina? Good to see you. Good to see you, Gina, over there on the YouTubes. There we go. How does that show up? There we go. Let's make these comments show up. There we go. Now we're talking with Cheryl. We got Cheryl. These comments look terrible. How do I make them better? Help me make them better. Let's see. I'm going to test this stuff out. Okay, cool. So that is basically my setup. Now, how I use this is I have Ecamm as my software. Now, this is a Mac-only software. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. So you can do overlays. You can bring in overlays. So like this little image up here in the top right hand corner, left hand corner, right hand, whatever hand corner, that little green face, my little logo, my little icon. I set all that up in here. So that's all pre-set up, no editing. That's set up on every scene. So there's ways to put overlays, is what you call it, into different scenes, and then you can work through it. So I can put that overlay in every one of these scenes as I switch cameras. That autofocus is really, really messing with me. And so anyway, that is basically how I've got this whole thing configured. So I'll come in, I'll have my product stacked up, and you probably see it all over here on this shelf. So this is all the product I've yet to do. So I'll do this product, and then I will, I'll move that product out of here into somewhere else. But I'll bring it in, and then if I have, somebody's trying to call me. And then if I'll have a stack of product, I'll do like these headphones later. I'll do some phone cases later. I'll do whatever. And then I can just switch shots. So I got Ecamm. I got my Stream Deck set up. I got all these buttons pre-programmed. So if you look at these buttons, these things are all pre-programmed. I don't know why it's, there we go. There you go. You can see all those little tiny pictures with words. So I get them all labeled, and those are just different scenes. And when I push buttons, they do things, which is pretty cool. So if I have my main shot, then this shot, and then the third shot, and then the B-roll shot. And I just set it off to the side, very much like so you can't see it. And then I'm just pushing those buttons. So I'll push record, and then I will shoot the video that way. And so that's really the trick, is to get a workflow that is quick. And so I'm doing these really quick hit videos, no editing. Once I get done, I'll trim the ends of them off, and then I'll upload them to Amazon, and then Amazon takes them and puts them in different places. So this is really the magic, I would say, behind being able to create these videos super quick. Now, some stuff takes a little bit more time. Like somebody sent me a bed frame, and we just thought it was cool. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. Obviously, it takes me time to build that. The office chair took me time to build that. But most stuff you can kind of rock and roll and get through pretty quickly. And that's how I've been able to do 3,200 pieces of content in like 25 months, is just getting these products, get them in, get them done, and get them out of here. And that's how I do it. It's just all live to drive, just crushing it out and moving on with it. So, of course, okay, cool. Somebody said I was trying to call you. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I was going to talk about that. Okay, hold on. I got to send this guy a message. He bought a bunch of stuff off of me, so I got to send him a message. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, so sorry. This guy just bought like 240 items off of me, so we're just clarifying something over there. And that's a whole nother ball game, whole nother video. But anyway, so I get a lot of questions like, man, how do you do this? How do you create this, all these videos? How do you do it so quickly? Part of it is the ability to get on camera, the ability to, talk about a product in one take. I look at the product listing. So if I jump back over here, this camera is going to drive me insane because I forgot and left it on auto, whatever. So say if I was coming in here and I was going to do a video about whatever, I don't know, about this chair. Okay, so I did this chair earlier. So I will probably have this up. I'll kind of look at the chair. I'll look at some of the highlights. Obviously, I've put the chair together. I kind of know that process of, what it's like. Is it easy? Like this says easy installation. Like, is it really easy? Yeah, it was actually pretty easy. Is it sturdy? Is it durable? So I might get some like key phrases or keywords off of the listing just to kind of spark my, what am I going to say about this product? Put together with my own, and maybe there's something I missed, right? So maybe I went through here and I didn't notice that it had a USB charger in it, which this chair doesn't. But it's, I've seen a chair like that one time where it's like, oh, you could charge your phone on this. So I like to just reference this just to make sure that I'm kind of hitting all the talking points: adjustable headrest, adjustable height, lumbar support, armrest, all that kind of fun stuff. And then I can, quickly get in here and do a take and nail it. And I try to nail them within one take. The first video of the day usually takes me 2 or 3, just kind of get warmed up, get my mind around it. But I have a workflow of doing it. So if I was going to talk about this AirPod case, I would literally come on the screen and I go, all right, guys, today we're going to take a quick look at this AirPod case. The company sent this over and compensated me to make this video. So let's take a look at what comes in the box. So then I'm going to switch over. I'm going to take a look at what comes in the box. So it comes with this. It comes with another little tool, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm going to tell what comes in the box. I'm going to put it on my AirPods, or I'm going to show it on my AirPods. And I'm going to give my thoughts about it. Yada, yada, yada. Here's this button, lines up. All this stuff lines up, whatever the case is. And I'm going to switch over and then close the video out with, with something like, I hope this helps or whatever. Every product's a little bit different because, some stuff, like I did a laptop the other day, it takes a lot more time than, an AirPod case. But if you have a good mix of products, you can really crank up the frequency of those products and kind of move stuff through very quickly, not get too hung up in all the detail stuff. But anyway, that's the workflow. I mean, it's pretty simple, pretty basic. It's pretty pricey. I've built this over time. This has not been something that I just went to Best Buy and purchased. It was reinvesting back into my business and do projects, save money, buy something, buy camera gear, buy a piece, lens, buy, a microphone. And so that's another thing too, is this little Rode microphone plugs right into my camera, runs right into my computer, right into my computer. And that way I just turn it on and it's ready to go and my microphone automatically connects. I don't even use this Rodecaster Pro or this mic. I just use this for like live streams and goofing off on Clubhouse and podcasting or whatever. But for my video, I just want to have something every day where I can come in and I can just sit down and just work. Like, I don't want to set up a camera. I don't want to set up lights. I want to control the entire atmosphere as much as I possibly can, and then work through it from there. So that is my workflow, and I'm gonna go. I've had like 4 people call me, and so many text messages come through after I started this live, and nobody ever calls, nobody ever texts me, and now here we go. We got it all rock and rolling. So anyway, that's a quick overview of how I've created these videos. That's kind of the behind the scenes workflow. Obviously, there's a lot of connections and cam links and USB things and all this stuff that puts all of it together, but this is a basic overview, and that's how I do it. So hopefully this made sense. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll talk to you later. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't. See ya.